Hi there, I'm Chris. It looks like you have yourself a set of Four Corners, the new 1 to 6 player game from Calliope Games, designed by Ray Wehrs. Congratulations! I'm here to give you a quick overview on how to play. Now, it doesn't matter if you have Four Corners Galaxy or Four Corners Kaleidoscope. The rules are the same no matter which version you have. Let's set up. Oh, I should mention that if you have one of the prototype preview versions of the game, the box lid is kind of permanently affixed to the box bottom. It's not meant to be opened. It's for display purposes only. You know, just so you know. The first thing you want to do is build the board. Four Corners uses these fancy patented tile trays to hold the tiles in place. And when you rotate them, they won't disturb their neighbors. Pretty neat, huh? Just be sure the board is the right way up, like this. If it's upside down, the tiles won't stay in place. And then really, what's the point? Lock the tile trays into place by connecting the tabs and slots. When it's done, you'll have a board with 36 spaces for tiles. Shuffle the goal cards and deal 3 to each player. Then set the remaining goal cards aside face down in a draw pile. You can look at your own goal cards, but keep them secret from others. These are the puzzle tiles. Each one has a complete image in the center and 4 partial images in the corners. Mix up all the puzzle tiles face down in the box top as a draw pile. Then draw 1 puzzle tile and put it face up into any one of the 4 center spaces on the board. If the first tile you draw is one of these special action tiles, set it aside, redraw, and place a regular puzzle tile, then shuffle that special tile back in with the draw pile. Everyone then draws 3 puzzle tiles to form their hands, redrawing if you get more than 1 special action tile. You can only have 1 special action tile in your hand at the same time. The goal of the game is to be the first to score 3 of your secret goal cards. You score a goal card by adding and manipulating tiles to the board to match your goal card's image. It can match as a 4-in-a-row sequence of center images or as the intersection of 4 corners. Let's see how you make that happen. Now, the first player is the one who most recently looked through a telescope or a kaleidoscope, depending on the version of the game you're playing. On your turn, you'll perform one of 3 possible options. Either play a tile, manipulate tiles on the board, or draw a new goal card. The first option is to play a puzzle tile from your hand and then draw back up to 3 tiles in hand. You can add a tile next to another tile on the board, including diagonally, or you can replace an existing tile on the board, removing the tile you replaced from the game. Tiles can be rotated any way you want when you place them. It's important to note that anytime you play a tile to the board, whether you're adding or replacing, either its center image or one of its corner partial images must match an adjacent tile. This would work, this would work, but this wouldn't, because neither the center nor a corner matches an adjacent tile. If you play a tile with a special action, perform its ability and then remove that tile from the game. This special action allows you to rotate 1 tile on the board 180 degrees clockwise or counterclockwise. This special action allows you to perform a swap of any 2 tiles on the board, keeping their orientation. Then perform another swap. You can pick the same or different tiles when you swap. Another option on your turn is to manipulate up to 2 tiles on the board. You can do this either by rotating 1 or 2 tiles 90 degrees in either direction, or by swapping the positions of 2 tiles on the board while maintaining their orientation. Your final option on your turn is to draw a new goal card and then discard 1 from your hand. You can never end your turn with more goal cards than you had when you began. Remember, you only add a puzzle tile into your hand when you choose the first option, to place or replace a tile on the board. You can only have 1 special action tile in your hand at a time, so if you draw a second one, draw a replacement for it, and then pick one of the special action tiles from your hand to return to the draw pile. After you take an action, check to see if you can score a goal card. On your turn, you can reveal and score a goal card if you created an intersection of 4 corners matching your goal card, or if you constructed a 4-in-a-row sequence of tiles that match your goal card. You can only score each intersection or sequence once per goal card, And you can only score a goal card on your turn. You also are not allowed to complete an intersection or a sequence if you don't have the goal card that matches it to score. But if you do have the goal card and you scored, now it's time to blow up the board, figuratively speaking. If you scored an intersection, then you must rotate each of the tiles that made the image once in either direction before your turn ends. This might even create a second completed image that you can score if you have the goal card. If you scored a 4-in-a-row sequence, then the next 2 players to go must take a unique action when they play. On their turns, they must draw a new tile and use it to replace one of the 4 tiles that made up the sequence, redrawing if they pull a tile that had the same center image. This can lead to them creating a new intersection or sequence, which they can then score. At the end of your turn, play passes to the left. And the game ends immediately when someone scores their 3rd goal card. When you want to take the board apart, close it like a book, close it like a book, close it like a book. Don't bend it downward like a fool, close it like a book, close it like a book, close it like a book. There's also team rules for 4 and 6 players and a really cool set of solitaire rules in the rule book. I'll leave those for you to discover on your own. Thanks for watching. For Calliope Games, I've been Chris, and this has been 4 Corners. Thanks so much for watching.